Welcome to Travel in the Tri-State. I'm Brian O Brien. This is a production of IMS Productions. We're here this afternoon on a beautiful yet a little humid day at Haymaker Farms, and the gentleman to my immediate left is Edwin Robertson. And we're here to talk about Haymaker Farms, what Haymaker Farms is all about, and why it's so important to the community. Good afternoon.
Hello, Brian. Good to have you with us here at the farm.
Well, we appreciate you being here, and I know that this has been a staple in the Tennessee community for year and year and year, and I just know there's some folks in this area that come to your farms. They have a great time. You've got hay rides, you've got horses, you've got cattle. Anything that can be incorporated into a farm is right here. So tell us a little bit about how long you've been in the area.
Well, Brian, this is my family's farm. I know at least in 1918 that my grandfather owned the piece of property to my left, and somewhere along the way my granddad must have bought this adjoining property, and through the years we've added where we have about 240 acres here together. That's a working farm. I'm a veterinarian, and essentially we for years have performed embryo transfer services here out of our farm for cattlemen all over the southeast. A few years ago we started with the idea of, we've got grandkids now, so they love horses rather than cows, and so we've started a stable and have an arena that we're hoping that benefits the community and kind of keeps the cash flow going here at the farm.
A very family-oriented business. Haymaker Farms has so many opportunities for young kids to come up and just enjoy themselves. What is one of the mainstays of Haymaker Farms?
Well, the cattle operation. We raise cattle commercially ourselves, but the biggest portion of the cattle that you may see on the hillsides are dairy beef cross heifers that people send their expensive donor cow to me from other states. You know, might surprise you to know that cows today are bringing 250,000. There's been 3 or 4 bring 1 million again, like back in the 80s. And a cow
I'm in the wrong business.
A cow can only have 1 calf a year.
Right.
You know, if she's a $250,000 cow or she's a $500 cow.
Okay.
So people that make a great investment in a great bovine female are looking to get their money back out, and to do that we help them get more than 1 calf a year. We collect embryos every 28 days from a cow. I either collect those embryos and transfer them fresh, which I'll be doing here tomorrow and Friday. We transfer one fresh into another mama cow. If she gets pregnant, we send that pregnant female to their farm, or we can freeze those embryos, take them with us to their farm, or ship them. There's a trafficking in embryos today that one farmer might buy embryos from California, Europe, Australia, wherever they're internationally traded, and we go to several countries in the world, actually, and I've been 6 of the continents. I've not tried to transfer a penguin down in Antarctica yet, but I've been on all the other continents transferring embryos and teaching other people how to do what we do. But that's basically the income from the farming operation here at Haymaker. My dad and I started in 1963 when my granddad died. My mother was an only child, and suddenly the farm's in the family again in a different way, and so since 1963, because Dale Robertson was on a show called, anyway, his farm was the Haymaker, and it was a farm, it was a show in the 50s. We watched every Sunday night after church.
Okay.
And I guess the Haymaker was why we, Wells Fargo was the name of the program.
Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo, it's way before your time. And he would come on to introduce the show that evening and invite people to watch and be with us here on the Haymaker. And so the name came from that, and it's not our family name in any way. But since that time, it's been in our hands, and now my dad got killed 4 years ago, and so that's when we started the stable and try to have something for my kids to hopefully carry it on and have an interest. They're not as interested in cattle as they are horses.
I can imagine. So. All of this in Upper East Tennessee. It's basically in our own backyard, folks, and that's what Travel in the Tri-State is going to be about. And we want to say thank you again to IMS Productions for putting this whole thing together. And Edwin, you are not only instrumental in the things that are going on here at Haymaker Farms, but you have other interests in the Tri-State area. You also do a lot with the local churches. Is that correct?
Well, the Lord's been good to our family, and so since a youngster, we've been involved in church activities. We belong to Pump Springs Baptist Church, and it's a very outgoing, ministering church. And several 3.5 years ago now, we started Celebrate Recovery, which is a ministry for people with hurts, hang-ups, and habits.
Yes.
We have a lot of ministries that go out into the community, Manna House, Shared Blessings, a lot of ministries that try to be God's hands reaching out to people. And one of those we started 1.5 years ago at the jail. Just found out that that's your wife that goes with us occasionally.
Yes, they do
Some
singing and
group,
playing.
Community
Yes.
Harvest, and it's great to have them go. But we go in and try to reach people who really are listening, because we get so busy we fail to hear what the Lord has to say for us. But when you're in jail,
Captive audience.
you're a captive audience.
Yes.
When you're suffering from addictions and you finally broken and realize that you cannot handle it yourself, you listen. And so, the Lord's reaching just lots of people through community ministries, I'd say, of our church. And we're just blessed to be able to be a part of it. We're leaving Monday morning to go to Peru on our church's first mission program outside the country.
Excellent.
So we're excited about
Tell them
that.
I said hello.
Yeah, I will. If I could speak Spanish.
Yeah. Hola.
Hola.
Now, before you go, and thank you again for being with us today, what is, for you, there's a lot going on here at the farm, but I'd say that you have one particular item that is your favorite thing about Haymaker Farms. What is that?
Well, I'm passionate about cattle. I love cattle. I've participated in international judging contests when I was at the University of Tennessee. I spent a lot of 5:30 a.m. mornings in meat coolers learning to grade meat. And the cattle business is, that's what I felt called to do as a veterinarian. And so cattle spin my wheels. I loved all parts of veterinary medicine, and it was really hard. For 15 years I did cataract surgery and removed discs on dachshunds that had ruptured disc, plated bones and pinned them, and loved surgery and loved medicine on small animals. But eventually we focused more on just the embryo transfer and reproduction, and since the late 80s I've got some wonderful partners in the veterinary business, and it's just been it's been enjoyable. It's an enjoyable profession to be in, and like all parts of agriculture, the Lord gives us this place to take care of.
Right.
And so there's just a little piece of it we all are on. It's our responsibility to take care of it. I enjoy doing that.
If there was one thing you could say to the folks listening at home and watching at home to come out and see here at Haymaker Farms, what would be that one thing?
Well, we've got Ken Lambert, you'll be meeting in a few minutes, general manager of our Hardee's and Shoney's restaurants. But Ken has, we have an event center here that has a full service restaurant. I love cooking hogs all night and serving barbecue or Boston butts. The arena, we've had several gaming events with in the past year, and looking forward to having rodeos and horse activities. Seeing kids, and we've just hired a new person here at the stables that you'll be meeting too. And the focus of the stables is going to be on youth and children, and having activities that kids could come into. Our former pastor, who just left us after 18 years and does outdoor ministries.
Mr. Miller?
Yeah, Gary Miller.
Very good, yes.
He had just been to a farm in West Tennessee, and they had like a barracks built, and we've been actually talking about building a barracks type camping area and arrangement. There's a pond back there where kids can fish and canoe or whatever, and actually having things so that like he did, he went out and spoke for a couple days at a camp that was there to teach kids how to bow hunt.
Oh, okay.
And to shoot. Take the rifle apart, learn to handle safely, take hunter safety class while they're there. And just a lot of things that we could do if we could do it from a Christian perspective. And
right, I understand.
So many kids today don't have dad, that's at home, or they don't have any male influence, and something like horses are great therapy for kids to ride. And I don't know what'll happen, but there's a lot of potential out there, and the kids are all interested in it too. So
well, that's
hopefully
great.
Keep going.
You hear so much in the tri-state especially that there's nothing for kids. There's nothing for kids. Here's a fantastic opportunity, folks, to bring your kids out, a family-oriented place that's safe. They make sure all the kids are taken care of, and you know what? They might just learn something. Brian O Brien for IMS. This is Travel in the Tri-State. Brian O Brien for Traveling the Tri-State. Back again right here at Haymaker Farms Stables. We are joined by and Olivia Robertson. Last name's ringing a bell. You don't know a guy named Edwin, do you? What is he to you? Your grandfather. That's right. Very good. Now you're on Tucker. Tucker seems very calm. And as I understand it, you won a ribbon or two. Did some good stuff with Tucker. What did you do? You won a blue ribbon, didn't you? Very good. Now, did you learn all of your horse riding skills here at Haymaker Farms? Okay, great. We're also joined, as we said just a moment ago, by Aaron, what is your role here at Haymaker Farms Stables?
I'm head riding instructor. I give lessons, and I make this a fun place to be.
Okay.
For the kids.
Now, this is a great place for kids, and as we spoke just a little while ago in the previous segment, kids are always worried about not having anything to do. You've got a safe environment here, and they can even learn something. Now, tell us a little bit about what it takes to, you can't just jump on one of these things.
Oh, no.
No, I'm sure there's different courses that you give, is that correct?
We do English and Western riding lessons. Our lessons, we can take you from beginning to advanced. We also show here. We're going to have some shows this August coming up.
Great.
When you take a lesson here, you don't only, you just don't learn how to ride, you learn how to take care of a horse. We want to produce responsible future horse owners.
Right.
And we really just want to get kids involved. A lot of kids don't have a chance, to come out and ride a horse. So we want to get as many kids involved as possible.
Now, you've been here for a short while, but from what I understand, you were going to be here long time from now. That's great. What brought you to Haymaker Farm Stables?
Well, I was driving down this road one day, and I saw this beautiful, beautiful indoor arena that we have here. And I just thought, oh my goodness, this is just such a nice place. And I came inside, I met a lot of the people that work here, and everyone was just so friendly. I knew I had to be a part of it.
And your favorite thing about this place?
The kids.
The kids?
Working with the kids.
Okay. And it doesn't hurt to have a horse or two.
Oh, no, not at all. We have wonderful horses here as well. All our horses are gentle and well trained.
Very good. And they're also well taken care of. We spoke to Edwin just a little while ago, the man in charge, and I know that he's taking a great deal of care to make sure that the horses are raised in not only a safe environment, but a healthy environment. I don't know if many people know it, but there's a lot of diseases out there, not only affecting horses, but cattle, and Edwin is making sure that all the animals here, again, are raised in a healthy environment, so that when your kids do come in, you're making sure you're getting, for the lack of a better phrase, a quality animal that they can learn on. Here in just a few minutes, we're also going to see this young lady, Olivia, the blue ribbon winner, taking her horse down to the arena to show you, well, actually, she's going to show off a little bit, right? Yes, okay. She's a little modest. And again, this is Brian O Brien for Travel in the Tri-State. We'll be back in just a minute. Brian O Brien back with you for Travel in the Tri-State. See this shy guy right here? That's Mr. C. You know where he is? He's at Haymaker Farm Stables. And so are we. We are here with this young man right now, goes by the name of Travis Malco. How you doing, brother?
Just fine, how are you?
What do you do here?
I work here. I'm the horse trainer here, and I'm also the manager of the farm. I take care of all the training and try to make sure things are going right.
And as I understand it, in just a little bit, we're going to see some of the tricks that you do on this here fella.
Yes, sir.
Is that right?
Yes,
What's
sir.
your favorite thing about being here at Haymaker Farm Stables?
Just the surroundings. This is a big part of my life, and I enjoy what I do, and I want to see more people enjoy it and have that opportunity.
Now, as I understand it, you have been on a horse like this pretty much all your life, is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so it's just second nature to you.
Yes, sir.
What is one of the biggest drawbacks that people have in their mind about being on a horse? What's a misconception people think?
Well, people think that horses are not intelligent. They are an intelligent animal, and they deserve a lot of respect. Most people have a lot of fear, but that's just something you got to get over. You know, you got to have a bond with your animal, and that's how things work.
And you've been here for a while. Obviously, you plan on staying in this particular profession. You do well, as we're going to see in a little bit. What I did was, I saw this young man practicing earlier, and he's amazing. Not only on horseback, but with the whip. He does so much. You're not even going to be able to believe the tricks that he can do. A couple of dismounts, too. We're going to have to get him on the Olympic team. The favorite thing about this place for a lot of kids to come in is getting a chance to be on one of these fellows right here.
Yes, sir, okay. It is. Yes, sir, it is.
You start at what age getting these young folks ready for horses?
We start at ages of 4, and we start them out on a lead line, and we just try to teach them all the basics starting out. And there is no limit to how old you can be to ride. You know, there's not an age limit. You know, as far as old-wise, you can come and ride a horse at any age over the age of 4.
Now we're currently in what they call the arena, and as you will see, there is a young lady who's coming up. You talked to Olivia a little bit earlier when we were up in the actual stables. Olivia did some of her own tricks. You'll be seeing that coming up, and Noah is going to join us here in just a few minutes as well. But as far as this arena is concerned, there is a huge area. A huge area. It's not just something small. It's one of the largest areas in Upper East Tennessee. Now folks, as you can see, Travis is on Mr. C. If you want to see if your little ones can get a chance to be on a horse like this, get those reservations early. Now I say reservations, but they're pretty well open here at Haymaker Farm Stables. You can call 869-4115 and they'll get you set up. Once again, that's 869-4115. It's somewhere down here on the bottom, I'm sure. Again, Travis, thank you so much for being here. And I want to say you did a fantastic job in practice. Here in just a few minutes, we're going to be checking in with you, doing your loop-de-loops, flying in the air, all sorts of stuff. I'm really looking forward to it. What's the number one thing you can say about Haymaker Farms to remind people to come on out?
I want to say that you're more than welcome here. Anybody's welcome here, and I want it to be like a second home to anybody that's willing to learn about horses.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, traveling the tri-state, and now Travis Malacote on Mr. C. Brian O Brien back again for Traveling the Tri-State. Now, this young lady is in charge of making sure that All of this gets fed. Every single bit of it gets fed. And as you can see, he is ready to eat. Megan Medley, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
What's your job here, since I've already told everybody? What do you do?
I keep everything fed and then make sure it's stocked.
I keep everything fed. We're not talking about Edwin, we're not talking about Noel, we're not talking about Lily. We're keeping everything like these gentlemen right here, right? All right. And how long have you been here?
About 2 years.
2 years, and you're going to just retire here, aren't you?
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about Haymaker Farms? I've asked everybody so far, and it seems to be kids, but I dare say that these animals are probably your favorite, right?
Taking care of all the horses is my favorite.
Now, did you have to go to school for this, or did you just showed up one day and said, "I'd like to feed animals"?
I showed up.
You showed up?
Yep.
Okay, all right. And you know, we've seen a couple tricks here in the last little bit. Do you also ride?
Trail riding.
You trail ride. Okay. Now, is that something that Haymaker Farm Stables offers?
Yep. We've
Okay.
got all kinds of trail rides in the back.
Okay, up in the back. I
Yep.
gotcha. Now, are you actually an instructor as well, or are you just handing the stuff over to the little ones here?
Just feeding.
Okay, just feeding. Megan Medley, the feeder here at Haymaker Farm Stables, and I'm Brian O Brien for Travel in the Tri-State. Okay, let him have some now. He is just wanting that stuff.
Yeah.
Brian O'Brien for Haymaker Farm Stables. You know what we're doing? We're traveling the Tri-State. But when I say Haymaker Farm Stables, you might think of just one thing. How about we add something to the mix? Haymaker Farm Stables Event Center. That's where we are right now. Before we meet the next gentleman that's with us on camera, I want to remind you that Haymaker Farm Stables can be reached at 869-4115. Just stick a 423 at the front of that, okay? 423-869-4115. Now, we have seen some great things going on today. We've spoken to Edwin. We've even had a chance to talk to the feeder. We've had a chance to see Travis and Noah and Olivia and even Aaron. This place is just chock full of stuff, folks. And I want to tell you, if you are looking for a place that is family friendly, you've got to call Haymaker Farm Stables. And now, as the camera pans over, we're going to introduce you to a gentleman that goes by the name of Ken Lambert. His official title is
Business Manager and Event Coordinator for
All right.
Haymaker Farms.
Ken, you have got a major opportunity here. You are taking something that is going to be great for this area, which is already great because you have events out the door, literally, because you were in the arena.
We stay busy.
Yes, you do. Tell us something about the event area that many people don't even know.
But the event center itself is a barn that the family used for years for private events and maybe some corporate get-togethers. But now, a couple of years ago, we picked it up and we turned it into a reception barn where we do weddings and anniversary celebrations, birthday parties, events of any type. We can seat 150 people inside. We have another 150 seats outside, so we can do pretty good sized parties here at the event center.
Your favorite thing? I've asked everybody so far. What do you love about this job?
My favorite thing is that I get paid to party. We have a lot of parties here. We have a good time every time we're here. Each party is a different theme. We pride ourselves in our decorating and how it looks, and our food, of course. We have great food.
Now, Ken, there's so much that goes on here. You have something called the Supper Club. Tell me a little bit about that.
We do have a supper club. We established the supper club last Christmas with our Christmas at Haymaker Farms, where we deck out the farm in all types of Christmas decorations. We even have a live nativity scene with a camel. And
Okay.
we invite our guests to come and have dinner with us. A beautiful Christmas dinner. We put on a Christmas show. That's what started our supper club. It was so successful we sold out every time. So every month we put on another show of some sort. We either feature maybe Elvis comes every once in a while and entertains for us, or a Western night, a Cajun night, all types of theme parties. We do it once a month. And there's no charge to join up. You just send us your name and address and we'll send you a mailer to let you be the first to know about our upcoming events.
So would this go into the entertainment options portion of the program, or is there more?
It sort of does, but when
Okay.
you book any party here, you have lots of entertainment options to choose from. We can do live music, we can do DJ, we can do karaoke. We have about 5,000 songs to choose from. So all you singers out there, you might come over here and sing with us. And of course, we have all types of things that you can use from the stable as well. We've got hay rides, covered wagon rides, horse riding. We can do that here on this farm as well. So you can always tie your package together with anything we do at the stable or any type of musical fun.
Okay, so folks, there's so much more than you even imagine. Now, earlier I gave the number for the stables. Let's go ahead and give the number in case somebody is looking to book a party here.
To book a party or to rent the arena, you go through the Haymaker Farms office, and that number is 423-869-4774.
Okay, it's pretty easy, folks. This particular area is not only beautiful, but it gives you an opportunity to give something to everyone in the tri-state, something they don't have anywhere else. First of all, how many acres is Haymaker Farms?
It's about 250 acres.
Okay.
Divided by Back Valley Road. On the north side of the street, we have the event center, we have apple orchard, grape vineyard. We also have our wedding chapel out in the back of the area here. On the other side of the road where we started out this morning, of course, we had the arena, our stables, and our cattle operations.
Okay, so there's a lot to give the area. There's a whole lot more than I think even people realize. And that's why we're here today with Travel in the Tri-State. We want to give you some opportunities that you might not have known of before to take the family out, and it's in your own backyard. You don't have to get a whole lot of gas to get down here. Give them some directions.
Directions are, it's 6.5 miles out of Harrogate on Highway 63. You can follow the signs once you get to Red Hill Road back into Haymaker Farms. It's about 28.5 miles from the Interstate 75 if you're coming through La Follette.
Let's say that someone just in the last few minutes heard you say the wedding chapel. How do you go about getting to the wedding chapel for the nuptials?
Well, the wedding chapel is just located right behind this building that we're in right now. And what it is, it's an outdoor open air wedding chapel. We have a chapel frame that we've erected complete with a church bell that we bring for your wedding to start up, and then we have a stone front altar with pillar-lined aisle for your bride to go down, and of course we can seat up to 500 people in the wedding chapel area, so it's quite large.
Now, I understand you also have a way of feeding folks when they get down here. Is that true?
We do feed. We pride ourselves on our receptions. We have all types of food levels that you can choose from. If you go to our website, which is haymakerfarms.com, you can select the menu before you even get here and kind of set up your own party. But also, if you call me, we'll be glad to set that up for you. And we have, like I said, we have all kinds of different food. We specialize in barbecue, of course, but for weddings we can do finger sandwiches, all kinds of different things for it.
And you have an amazing staff.
I do have a great staff. You met most of them this morning at the farm end of it, but we also have a great catering staff on this end as well.
Okay. And again, the number to call, folks, if you would like to get a reservation, if you just want to come down here and look around, you can contact this gentleman right here. Give him the number one more time.
The number is 423-869-4774.
Any misconceptions about Haymaker Farms that many people might not know, and they may be thinking, I want to go, but I'm not sure? What could put their mind at ease?
Well, we are open to the public, so anybody can come down and book a party. We do take party sizes from 30 up, and we have plenty of room, plenty of fun, plenty of activities to choose from on both the musical side and also on the horse stable side as well.
And when we were in the arena, we also heard during the different takes, we heard you talking about all of the fantastic events that you've had thus far. Just recently, you have heard that they had a talent show, there was a horse show, so many things going on. Is there anything that the arena can't do?
No, the arena can seat 1,000 people on our bleachers. We can also set another 200 to 300 chairs up inside the arena itself. We can put a stage in there. We have a state-of-the-art sound system. As you mentioned, we just finished up with our good friends at Nashville Connection, the Haymaker Farms Tri-State Youth Talent Showcase. We had 80 contestants. We had about 500 spectators there, and it just was a great event. We can put on car shows, dog shows, horse shows, any type of show that you would like, any exhibition that you would like to do, we can do at Haymaker Farms Arena.
Now, it sounds like you are a busy man.
I am a busy man. Stay busy all the time, but I like that. I like coordinating the parties, coordinating the people, and just working with each individual party to make sure it's spectacular, it's memorable, and most of all, everybody has a good time.
And not only do you cater to families, but again, as we spoke to Edwin earlier, this is a very, very family-friendly and family-oriented business. It's been in the family for some time, folks, and those type of things, those businesses are slowly dying, but in this case, Haymaker Farms is just getting bigger and bigger and better every year. They are one of those businesses that continues to put money back into the business so that they can offer the best product on the market, for you to come down. Family friendly. Once again, family friendly. And Ken, give them that number one more time so they see how easy it is. It's just a phone call away to get here.
The number is 423-869-4774, or check us out on the website at haymakerfarms.com.
Well, folks, that looks like it's going to do it for the pilot of Travel in the Tri-State. Join us each and every show as we go around the area, showcasing things that you may have forgotten about, or just some things you may have taken for granted that this area has to offer. We've been at Haymaker Farms stables and the event area, and we want to thank everyone who's been involved. Edwin and Ken, we want to say thank you to the feeder, the trainer, everyone that's been here today with us. And folks, that's going to wrap it up for Traveling the Tri-State. It's the pilot episode. We hope to see you again real soon, taking you to areas you may have forgotten about, or you may have just taken for granted that the Tri-State is trying to give you, to say, look, we have something here for you. Whether you're coming from Knoxville or Morristown, parts of Virginia or Kentucky, this is the place for you. It's the Tri-State area. Traveling the Tri-State with Brian O Brien. Thank you so much for your time today. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
How many voices do you have, Brian? 150?
124. Haymaker Farm stables right here. As I change my harness.
I'm putting it all over in my hand. Little gerbil on the wheel's going real slow. All right.
How many times have we said this? Folks, you know the number by now.